Welcome once again, gentle folks. Thank you for joining me for another video for your English Premier League betting tips and predictions for the upcoming game week. I hope you had a wonderful game week previously and you managed to win some of your bets. So for this game week, it's going to be going through from Monday through to Thursday. So it's like a football mania for the entire week. So on Monday, we're going to start with Brentford versus Liverpool. And for this game, I think Ivan Toney might be out, so that might be a little bit of setback for Brentford, but Brentford at home to Liverpool. For this game, I'm expecting Liverpool to see your business, but it's not going to be easy. Hence the reason why I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of combination bet, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Yes. For me, I'm expecting Liverpool to have this one 3-1 at the end of the day, but I'm not going to count Brentford out. If you want to take a bet on the handicap system, I'll go ahead and I'll take Liverpool to win this one by a goal, if you want to. Yes. In terms of possible goal scorers, possible anytime goal scorers, guys, I want to do anytime goal scorers. I don't think Ivan Toney will be playing. He went down injured in the last game, and so therefore anytime goal scorers could be Mbuma Wissa, who's a super sub. Da Silva had a goal he hasn't had a goal in ages. He had a goal the last game, so he could score as well. And also those defenders, you have to look over them. Defenders like Ben Mee and Jensen as well. Alright. Well, in terms of Liverpool, you have Darwin Núñez, you have Mohamed Salah, and you have also Oxlade-Chamberlain seems to be getting a lot of time. The last couple of games, you have Harvey Elliott also, who could be an anytime goal scorer in this game, and there's also Thiago Alcantara. He's overdue a goal, so he could score for you at any point in this game as well. But for me, I'm going to go with Mohamed Salah. I can't pass up these $2 for anytime goal scorer, and so therefore I'm going to take Mohamed Salah to be my anytime goal scorer. So recapping predictions for Brentford versus Liverpool, I'm expecting Liverpool to win. I'm also expecting both teams to score. In terms of double chance bet, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 3-1 in favor of Liverpool, I do believe. And the handicap system, if I were to take a bet on that, I'll go with Liverpool to win this one by a goal. And my anytime goal scorer would be Mohamed Salah, as I just said to you just now. Mohamed Salah at $2. I'll take that. Can't pass that up, tomorrow, I think it's going to go down to less than $2, Alright then, so those are my predictions for Brentford versus Liverpool, and ensure you're taking the notes, folks. Now we're going to jump straight into our next game, and this is Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal had a very good win earlier against Brighton. Brighton managed to score 3 times against them, I think. I think it's 3 times, yes. One was offside. Also, Arsenal had a goal that was chalked off for offside as well. So I guess you could say tomato, but anyways, predictions for Arsenal versus Newcastle. For this particular game, I'm expecting this one to be an interesting one. I think it's going to be a draw, and I think it's going to be a scoring draw. So I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm going to say here this one should end at 1-1. For me, in terms of anytime goal scorer in this particular game, you have to look at the usual suspects. For Arsenal, you have Nketiah, you have Martin Odegaard, you have Bukayo Saka, you have Martinelli. Yes, all of those guys will come up at any moment and pop up and give you a goal. For Newcastle, Callum Wilson played a few minutes there, so he could score for you as well. Almiron, and also Bruno Guimaraes, and also Joe Willock. He's over there goal, he could score for you as well. But for me, my anytime goal scorer is going to come from Arsenal based on how they have been going and how things have been working out for them. I'm going to take my anytime goal scorer from Arsenal, and that anytime goal scorer for me is going to be Bukayo Saka. I'm going to take Saka to win the score here, not win the score. So let's recap predictions for Arsenal versus Newcastle. I'm expecting a draw between Arsenal and Newcastle here, $3.75 if that does happen. I'm expecting both teams to score as well, $1.75. That's really nice. In terms of the predicted scoreline, here I have a 1-1 draw, and that's $7. My anytime goal scorer to be Bukayo Saka, and that's $3.10. If he does score at any point in the game. Currently, that's $3.10. I'm sure you're taking notes down, folks, and don't miss out these odds. Alright. Our next game will be Everton versus Brighton, and Everton having a rough patch for the time being. they drew today against Manchester City. In my last video, I had them join 0-0, and I said yes, I had them join. Yeah, but and they did draw, but they did not draw 0-0. They drew 1-1. Yeah. But anyways, predictions for Everton versus Brighton for this particular game. Now I'm expecting I'm expecting both teams to score in this, and in terms of a winner here, I'm going to go with Everton to win. Everton playing at home, I'm going to give them the advantage. In terms of a combination bet, I'll go with either to win and both the score. Predicted score line for me, I'm going to say here we should have a 2-1 win for Everton. And in terms of my anytime goal score here, you're going to have the usual suspects. For Everton, you have Calvert-Lewin, Mope. If he gets enough time, he could score as well. Gardner, I'm not certain he'll be getting much time, but also Dwight McNeil likewise, and Demarai Gray, who scored a beautiful goal today, he could pop up and score for you as well as Alex Iwobi. Alright, for Brighton, you have Trossard, you have Pascal Gross, he's overdue a goal as well. Mitoma came on in the second half and did really well. He could score a goal for you as well, so you have to look out for him. Yeah. Lamptey is usually a provider, and Gilmore is also a provider. So as well as Estepian, he's a provider as well. But for me, my anytime goal scorer is going to be Calvert-Lewin, and I'm going to pick him up here at $3. Yeah. So recapping predictions for Everton versus Brighton, I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of the team to win, I'm going here with Everton to win. In terms of a double chance, I'm going with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying 2-1 here in favor of Everton, and my anytime goal score to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Alright, so let's move on to the next game, and the next game will be Leicester City versus Fulham. And for Leicester City versus Fulham, I'm expecting here this one, expecting both teams to score in this one as well, and I'm expecting Leicester to win. In terms of combination bet, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here Leicester to win this one 3-1. Also, my anytime goal scorer, I'm gonna run through the list. Anytime goal scorer: Jamie Vardy, Patson Daka, Harvey Barnes, Iheanacho, depending on the amount of time he gets, he could score for you. Yuri Tillemans as well. Also, you have to look out for those guys; they could score as well. And also, in terms of Fulham, you have Mitrovic. He missed the penalty today. I don't know what's wrong with Mitrovic. I think this is the second or third penalty he's missing for the season, the Premiership. Yeah, I messed up those of us who play Fantasy Premier League. Yeah. And Mitrovic for Fulham is one that you have to look out for in terms of an anytime goal scorer. Also, Bobby Reed, and also Andreas Pereira and Paulina. He's been putting himself in the conversation for anytime goal scorers, as well as William. Alright, but for me, my anytime goal scorer in this game, I'm going to go with Dax. I'm going to go with Patson Daka at $2.80 rather. And so I'm just going to give you a quick recap of my predictions for Leicester City versus Fulham United. I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of team to win, I'm going with Leicester City to win. In terms of a double chance, I'm going with either team to win and both to score. In terms of my predicted scoreline, I'm saying 3-1 in favor of Leicester City, and my anytime goal scorer to be Patson Daka. Yeah, so those are my predictions for Leicester City versus Fulham. And now we're going to move on over to our next game, and our next game will be Manchester United versus Bournemouth. And Bournemouth, I did expect them to win today, or at least scored and gave Crystal Palace a challenge, but unfortunately they ended up losing 2-0, and that's very sad for them. Anyways, let's head straight into the predictions for this game, Manchester United versus Bournemouth. I'm going to take Manchester United to win here, both teams not to score, I'm saying. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here Manchester United wins this one 2-0. In terms of anytime goal scorers, you have to go through the usual suspects. For Manchester United, you have Anthony Martial, you have Marcus Rashford, you also have Bruno Fernandes, as well as Anthony. Fred, also depending on the amount of time he gets, he could come on and score for you. Ericsson, he's overdue a goal, so he could score as well, so you have to look out for him. Yeah. In terms of Bournemouth, you have Kiefer Moore as usual. He's expected to, he could pop up as well, but Solanke is more of a threat. So Solanke, you have to look out for Solanke, as well as Anthony of Leeds, and also Billin, as well as Jefferson Lerma. You can look out for those guys who could provide you with a goal at any given point in this game. But for me, I'm going to go with my anytime goal scorer from Manchester United, and I'm going to take Bruno Fernandes to be my anytime goal scorer here. So let's recap predictions for Manchester United versus Bournemouth. And I'm expecting Manchester United to win and expecting both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 2-0 in favor of Manchester United, I do believe. And in terms of my anytime goal scorer, I'm going to take Bruno Fernandes to be my anytime goal scorer here. Alright, so those are my predictions for Manchester United versus Bournemouth. And now we're going to move on to our next game, which is Southampton United versus Nottingham Forest. And for Southampton United versus Nottingham Forest, I'm expecting here this one should be an interesting matchup. I don't know if you call them cellar dwellers. Yeah, the two teams that are struggling in the bottom half of the table. They have really been having an awful season so far. But let's see how it goes for both teams. Yeah. I think this is anybody's game, to be honest with you. It's anybody's game, and both teams are going to have to play really hard to get the result here. Yeah, it's anybody's game, I do believe, but I'm going to go with Southampton to take this, and the reason being is because they're at home and they have been finding goals. Unlike Nottingham Forest, they haven't been finding goals. Yeah, and so hence the reason why I'm giving Southampton the edge here. Giving Southampton the edge, but I'm also expecting that both teams should end up scoring this one, because I think it's going to be a challenging one for both of them. It's going to be back and forth. So I'm expecting both of them to score, Southampton to win. So I'm going to go with a double chance here, either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here, Southampton winning this one, 3-1. In terms of my anytime goal scorer here, we have the usual suspects. You have Shea Adams, you have Marda, you have Aribo, and you have Ward-Prowse, who could score for you. In terms of, that's on the Southampton side of the football, that is, mind you. On the Nottingham Forest side of the football, now you have Awani, who could possibly score for them if he starts, that is. I also have Dennis Emmanuel, and who, if he starts, he could score for them as well. Gibbs White, I don't think he'll start, but if he does, he could score as well. Brennan Johnson, a young guy with a lot of potential, but he's yet to show that, and he could score as well as Lingard, who has been flying way below the radar this season. I wonder if when he scores, when he's going to start scoring. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, those are the guys who could threaten you on the Nottingham Forest side of the football. But for me, I'm going to take my anytime goal scorer from the Southampton side of the football, and I'm going to go with my anytime goal scorer to be Shea Adams. So Shea Adams at $2.37. That's really lovely. Yeah, I do believe. So recapping predictions for Nottingham Forest versus Southampton. I'm expecting Southampton to win. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying 3-1 here in favor of Southampton. And in terms of my anytime goal score, I'm taking Shea Adams to score here at any point in this game. Alright, so moving on to our next game, and our next game should be here Leeds United versus West Ham United. Leeds now need to start showing up some points, as well as West Ham also needs to start showing up some points. Yeah, both teams could find themselves in the bottom half. Well, they are in the bottom half, but they could find themselves even further in the doldrums if they don't get a win here. Yeah, but Leeds being at home and West Ham visiting, I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of the team to win here, I'm going to take here Leeds to win. But I wouldn't be surprised if if West Ham beat them. Yeah, but it's going to be another interesting game. I think this is anybody's game, but based on Leeds' fighting spirit, I'm going to give Leeds the edge here, so I'm expecting Leeds to win. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here we should have a 2-1 victory here for Leeds. In terms of anytime goal scorer, on the Leeds side of the football, you have Rodrigo, who could score for you at any given point, as well as Jack Harrison, and you have Janelt as well if he gets enough time, and Wilfried Ganato, he could score for you as well as Brennan Aronson, who could score for you as well. And in terms of the West Ham side of the football, you have Benrahma, you have Antonio, you have Stamako, you have Jared Bowen, who's over your goal, and you have Thomas Suchek, the guy who always has a goal in him. Yeah, you can expect him to score. So if he gets the opportunity and he gets that chance, he's going to put it away for the most part. Yeah. But for me, my anytime goal scorer in this game, I'm going to take them from Southampton. I'm going to take Rodrigo to be my anytime goal scorer. He was in good form earlier this season, and I'm expecting him to find a goal sooner rather than later. So recapping predictions for Leeds United versus West Ham United. I'm expecting both teams to score. I'm expecting Leeds to come away here with the victory. And in terms of double chance bet, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. In terms of my predicted scoreline, I'm saying here 2-1 in favor of Leeds, and my anytime goal scorer to be Rodrigo Moreno, at $2.10. So we're going to move right along into our next game, and our next game will be Aston Villa United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. And for this game now, I'm expecting here this one should be another battle, and I think it's going to be two managers that are coming from directly from La Liga, one from Sevilla, one from Villarreal. So both managers came directly from La Liga over the last I think 2 months. Yeah. So this game should be another interesting one, I do believe. I'm going to take this one to be a draw. To be honest with you, take this one to be a draw. I'm expecting it to be a scoring draw as well. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm going to say here we're going to end up with 2 goals apiece. My anytime goal scorers here should be the usual suspects. You have Ollie Watkins, you have Danny Ings as well if he gets the time, Leon Bailey, who could provide and score as well as Buendia. You have to look out for that young guy as well, and Jan McGinn, he could score for you as well. Also, in terms of the Wolverhampton Wanderers side of the football now, Diego Costa depends if he gets the right chances. He could put them away. Raúl Jiménez, I think he needs to get some more time and then he'll start scoring. We'll have to look out for him too, but it all depends on the amount of time he gets. Prudence, as well as Ichan, could score as well for you. Mateus Cunha could score for you as well, even if he gets a chance, and Ruben Neves as well. Adama Traore, he's been falling below par of late, so don't know, he could score for you as well too, as well as John Moutinho could score as well for you. But for me, my anytime goal scorer, I'm going to take my anytime goal scorer from Aston Villa United, and that person is going to be Ollie Watkins at $2.70. Right? So recapping predictions here, I'm going here with a draw for this game. I'm expecting both teams to score rather not to win, both teams to score. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying 2-2 here, and my anytime goal scorer to be Ollie Watkins. Right? And for these are all my predictions for Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton United, and then we're going to move on over to Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah. And for Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspurs, I'm expecting this one to be an interesting one. Both teams to score, I'd say. And in terms of a winner here, I'm going to go with either team to win and both to score, because it's anybody's game, if I must tell you the honest truth. Yeah. In terms of the handicap, in terms of the predicted scoreline now, this is where it gets interesting. It's anybody's game, and Tottenham have developed this habit of conceding first, and I don't know if they concede first here against Crystal Palace, they might be able to come back from it. So it might be a little bit tricky for them, but anyhow, I'm going to go with Tottenham to win this one 2-1. In terms of my anytime goal scorers, you have the usual suspects for Crystal Palace. You're gonna have Zaha, you're gonna have Jadon Ayew as well, and you're going to have also Eze who could score for you as well. And you have Mateta and Eduardo. If they do get enough time, they could come up and score for you as well as Elise. Alright, so for Tottenham Hotspurs, anytime goal scorers, you have the usual suspect, Harry Kane. He has been scored, I think he scored in the last 6 or 7 matches for Tottenham, consecutive matches, yes. And also Son Heung-min, he's overdue some goals. Dejan and Kulazetsky could score for you as well. Pierre Emile Hordberg has developed this habit of scoring goals, so he could score for you as well. Perisic doesn't usually score much, but he's a really good provider. But you have to look out for him. He can score as well if you give him a chance to. But for me, my anytime goal scorer is going to come from Spurs, and I'm going to take my anytime goal scorer to be Son Heung-min. Hasn't been in the best of form, but he's overdue a goal, and he usually provides the goals. Alright. So, a recap and predictions for Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Hotspurs. And in terms of my anytime goal score, I'm going to say Son Heung-min to score at any given point in this game. For me, I do believe. Alright, so now we're going to skedaddle on to our next game. And this game is the final game for this here game week. And this is on Thursday. And the match is Chelsea versus Manchester City. This should be another nice matchup. Chelsea seem to be finding their footing now in terms of a system. I think they had the system in place, but I think the guys are getting a little bit better now. They looked way better earlier this week when I saw them. Manchester City, as you know, Pep has a well-oiled machine, and so I think he's going to continue with his rotation thing, and so let's see how it works out for them against Chelsea on Thursday. Alright, so this game here now, I'm expecting for starters both teams to score. In terms of a team to win here, I'm going to go with Chelsea to get defeated here. I think Man City is going to beat them, but both teams are going to score. In terms of another double chance, but I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here Manchester City wins this one 3-1. In terms of anytime goal scorers, for Chelsea, you have Kai Havertz, you have Raheem Sterling, you have Pulisic and Mason Mount, as well as Jorginho. You have to look out for those guys, as well as Aubameyang, depending on the amount of time he gets, he could score for you as well. And in terms of Manchester City, I have the usual suspect, Erling Haaland. He could score as well. Julian Alvarez, if he gets the time on the pitch and enough time, he could score as well for you. Phil Foden as well. Riyad Mahrez haven't been putting away much of late. He's a little bit rusty, I do believe. And Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, as well as Bernardo Silva. All of those guys that could come up and score for Joao Cancelo. He has been given rest by Pep Guardiola. I think he's resting him maybe until the start of next year, which is this game week. Yeah, so let's see who if he starts in this time around. But for me, my anytime goal scorer here, I'm going to take my anytime goal scorer to be to come from Chelsea, and I think that anytime goal scorer is going to be Raheem Sterling. So I'm going to take Raheem Sterling to be my anytime goal scorer in this game here. Recap and predictions for Chelsea versus Manchester City. I'm expecting both teams to score, and I'm expecting Manchester City to win. In terms of a double chance, I'd say either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying 3-1 here in favor of Manchester City, and by anytime goal scorer to be Raheem Sterling. Outside of that, I'd go with Erling Haaland or Ilkay Gundogan. Alright, so those are my predictions for Chelsea versus Manchester City, and these are all my predictions for the upcoming game week here in the English Premier League, which starts on Monday, the 1st of January throughout to the 5th of January. Yeah, and not the 5th, the 4th, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, and so therefore I wish you all the best of luck. I wish you a great new year, all the success and all that's good. Yeah, so thank you for joining me. Remember to spread the word about my channel via your social media pages, and also tell a friend. Yeah, and thank you for watching my videos, and Thank you for the support throughout this year. All right, then. Have a great weekend and a great year. Thanks.